the What You Got show featuring my man K Dot and my man Kyle Steele. Let's get it popping, y'all. Come on.
Breathe and stop for real, and give it breathe and stop for real, and what you got, and what you got, and what you got, and just what you got, and just what you got, and just
What you got? Normally I don't do this unless they cut checks, but I mean Sprite, see it. Y'all see the topic, baby. We about to go in. These moments, everybody remember these moments, yo. Everybody remember these moments. Yo, Mike, what up, baby? That's right, we did it big earlier today, baby, no doubt. Moments. But I just want to shout out to GK Knights for a big win. It's a real sports moment. Shout out to the head coach, GK Knights. Mr. Young Library himself. Yeah. But let's get to it. Sorry we late, you know what I mean? But this thing called life getting away sometimes, you know what I mean? But we are here for another episode of the What You Got show. I'm your host, K. Langevine, and this is
Kyle Steele, a.k.a. Young Library in the building. Y'all already know what it is. I'm in the place, know what I mean, getting these buttocks, because it's what I do. What up to the peoples in the building? Y'all know what it is. Know what I mean, we live and direct. Know what I mean, what you got? Know what I mean, we know we talking about the top sports moments. So, you know, it's mad top sports moments that happened while they weren't doing sports. So I'm about to hit them with these bangers, get these books. Y'all know how we do on the What You Got show. So first moment I'm going to come with, y'all all remember that tragic trip to the elevator that ruined careers. No, I'm not talking about Jay-Z's trip. I'm talking about Ray Rice. Know what I mean, who was holding it down at Rutgers, then went to Baltimore and was holding it down in the league. One of the star running backs, it was looking super promising to that trip to AC. Can't forget that moment where that fatal trip in AC elevator security cam showed the, we don't want to get into too much detail, but we all remember the moment of where we was at when we saw the security footage, because if we remember the details, it was brought out that he had a little altercation, with his whiz, and it was like, okay, they got over it. But then when the video came out and you got to see it, I know for me personally, the worst part wasn't even like the hit, which was bad. It was the total like disrespect of the body afterwards, like I'm dragging her, like how dare you fall on the ground next to me type joint, the drag is. So that moment there, and it changed his life after that. You know what I mean? It changed how the policies, domestic policies in the NFL and everything is viewed after that. So not only did it change him, it changed how things is handled in the NFL after that. So that's one of the biggest non-sports moments in sports. What you got?
Well, let's talk about non-sports moments.
It's all good, y'all. I drink champagne when I hustle.
Tiger Woods, y'all. Arthur James Robin in the building. Tiger Woods, top 9 sports moments. Tiger Woods wins 15 major championships, right? He wins 82 tour events. The only black man to ever want to do that type of stuff. And he did it. His first major was in 1996 or 97, and his last was in 2019. I just want to give you a little history of just how talented this brother is. Brother, Asian, whatever he call himself, right? He got 5 of the ugly green jackets that every golfer covets, right? 5 of them. Most jokers will get a lung for 1. Bars. Boom. Drop the mic, right? He got 5 of them, right? All these legendary accomplishments, and if you say Tiger Woods' name, you know what you think about? The scandal. They call it the scandal. They call it, the Joker got caught being a man. He was cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't condone it, but it ain't the worst thing in the world. Unless you Tiger Woods, because he got caught cheating with more women than he had PGA championships. And I was just trying to figure out, like, yo, you ain't never heard of a bat phone? Wait. I went too far. What you got? Indicted, as you say? All right, listen. So, like, this Joker, he got caught. He had an affinity for divinity, you know what I'm saying? And we say that the woman's thing is divine, you know what I mean? So, if you can just get caught doing that, and the entire world got an opinion about it, the entire world has a say-so. He lost endorsements. American Express, milk, Gatorade. Got milk? Nope. Endorsement gone. Got Gatorade? Nope. Endorsement gone. Nike. Like, every endorsement that the brother had, he lost. And everybody forgot about the 15 major championships. Everybody forgot about the 82 tour wins. Everybody forgot about the 5 ugly-ass green jackets. Top 9 sports moment. Top 9 sports moment. He is the GOAT, for sure. But he need to learn how to play another game. That's the game of life. If you're gonna play like that, bro, you got billions of dollars. Yo, have somebody else get a burner. All right, you know I'm going too far. Tiger Woods, the scandal. 89 women came out and said, you know, he did the Wiz wrong. You know what I mean? And that's all people think about when you say Tiger Woods, man. Top sports moment. What you got, bro?
I don't know if that's all I think about when I think about Tiger, but I will say that was major Tiger. Like, I think, didn't she take like a bat and beat up his Jeep or something like that, or his SUV or something like that? Like, yo, that junk was super major. Like, he went on a super major apology tour, and I think it's super derailed like his career too. Like, it jump was crazy. I think he went like 2 years of not winning just because he got, I don't know, like, yeah, that jump was crazy.
Sugar got caught.
He screwed the help. Somebody said he screwed the help. I mean, he screwed the help. Like, I don't know. He had no aim. Like, he was just went with the Uzi. He was just hitting everybody. Like, he went and hit everybody.
He took the safety off and said, F it. But, you know, Tiger Woods, he done made an ill comeback, though. This joker, yeah. he was worth 1.5 billion, and then he got knocked down to 750 million. Now we back up to 950 million. So you can think what you want. He thinking whatever you can think whatever you want. He's saying, I'm gonna think all that all the way to the bank. But he sure did marry the nanny. That's what you get. Moving forward, what you got? Danny Green, Logo Kings in the building. DJ Leon in the building. Danny Green, the legendary coach of the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. This brother, and he is a brother, one of the first black NFL head coaches in the league. Right? He was one of the winningest coaches in the 90s, which is not easy to do, black or white, because the 90s had some heat. Never made it to the big dance, but, you know, that doesn't say that you're not a great coach if you don't make it to the big dance.
But you know what he is remembered for? And he got a winning record overall as a head coach in the NFL.
That's dope.
This Joker, not joke, because rest in peace, Danny Green, R.I.P. He was responsible for the Rooney Rule, which is anytime you're interviewing for head coaching jobs in the league, you gotta have black, candidates on that list. He was partly the reason of that. I say all that to say he's got a legendary career. But you know what he remembered for? The rant. They are who they thought we were. They were. They are who we thought they were. You can crown them if you want. And that's my Danny Green voice. But, he did have a 20-0 lead by halftime against the Bears. He blew the 20-0 lead. Come back and lose the game. He was hot. And I'm a coach. I done threw chairs, kicked chairs, got thrown out of gyms, all of that. That joker went on that rant, and all you can remember for years after that is they are who we thought they were. God damn it, we let them off the hook. It was like, damn, coach, throw a fake punch or something, pick up the mic, throw it at the reporter who asked you the dumbass question, like, how do you feel losing a 20-0 lead? Motherfucker, if you don't ask me another goddamn... Danny Green, all of that other historical stuff, when I think of Danny Green, R.I.P., that's what I think about. That motherfucking rant. That was hilarious, yo. Hilarious, yo. What you got?
Yo, I'm a Bears fan, so that little emoji you got, the little laughing emoji, I'm with it. Yo, like, I ain't gonna front, I was laughing the same way. Keep it a buck. We was better than them dudes. They was lucky to be up. Know what I mean? Hester gave them the business. Urlacher gave them the business. Those are all Hall of Famers. Those bum-ass Cardinals was lucky to be in a game with the Bears anyway. So we sauced them dudes up the way they were supposed to. I feel bad that, black coach had to be the one to catch the L, but whatever, man. He needed to eat that anyway. But, yo, that joke was funny. So, an even iller moment, right? Press conference. Funny, we go on press conferences, right? So, everybody gonna remember this press conference because another dude, Hall of Famer, had an ill career, multiple All-Stars, done did his thing, done had moments that people know. But when you think of him, it's this press conference. Practice. Not a game. Not a game. You don't think about a game. Practice. We talking about Allen Iverson's press conference where they was talking about him and his habits in practice. And he talking about... If a coach say I miss practice. Coach, practice. Not a game. It's to the point now where if you even say practice, not a game, practice, you know who you talking about. It's iconic as hell. Like, those just use the word. You don't even got to even say the whole rant. You got to be like, practice? Like, yo, it's just people just know. And it's crazy how certain moments just live with you forever. And no matter how great you are, those moments gonna live with you forever. And we tell people that. You see the books coming in. This is what Young Library do. We talk about moments. This is a moment for you, baby. This is a moment. He said, I thought you was gonna go play. Playoffs. You see, playoffs. You ain't even gotta say nothing. Playoffs. But yo, I was gonna go there, but I had to rap for my man AI and hit him with the practice. Cause you just hit him. AI was so cool with it. He was just sitting there like he was just so like, y'all bothering me, man. Practice. Like he had no idea of what he was saying. He was just going down that road. Like, y'all bothering me about practice. This is what we talking about. Like, y'all lucky I show up to practice. Like, practice? What you got?
What I got is a book, right? Now check this out, yo. Danny Green made it to the YouTube Hall of Fame for that clip. Hopefully he make it to the NFL Hall of Fame. But I'm almost positive that Allen Iverson, he gonna go down in the Hall of Fame. If he in the Hall of Fame? I think he in Allen Iverson.
Yeah, Allen, man.
In the Hall of Fame, and he damn sure got a Hall of Fame trophy. Yeah. Was hilarious. As a coach, you ain't trying to hear that though. I ain't trying to hear that shit as coach. You tell me something about, I'm gonna punch you in your. I went too far. But nah, he got that book for sure. He got that book for sure, no doubt.
All right, so look, next joint, I'm gonna have to take you in a time machine for this, cause yo, if we say this, people not gonna really believe it that it actually happened. Like, that's like saying right now, I don't know who the top, like, it ain't even identifiable right now. I think it might be Pat Mahomes, right? Because I think Pat Mahomes is like the top quarterback. I don't know if he's the top paid player in the NFL, but I think he is, right? But Michael Vick was like the Michael Vick experience. You couldn't go like, I think it was a rule back then. I might be wrong. I mean, I'm definitely overhyping, but I think you couldn't do 3 or 4 NFL commercials without him in it. So like the NFL wouldn't let you do 3 commercials without Michael Vick being in one of them. It was like a rule. It was like an unwritten rule, but it was a rule. Cover a Madden, all of this type of stuff. Vick was that dude. Highest paid player in the league was that dude. And keeping 100, he was cool. We could all relate. Jersey was popping. Like, I mean, you could wear his jersey to the club. You could rock it in a music video. Like, know what I mean? You could rock it to the mall. You could go to the South Beach, rock the joint. It was just what it was. How the hell did you just see on the bottom of the screen that he was indicted for dog fighting or whatever the charge is? Whatever. We don't know where I'm getting at, yo. Mike Vick get taken out of the game for dog fighting. Oh, man. Yo, that moment right there was one of the top, like, non-sports moments ever. Like, how the hell did... This is me personally. I'm saying this. All of his peoples need to get smacked in the face now because somebody was supposed to take that charge. There's no way in hell the dude making $134 million or whatever is supposed to take that charge. There's no way that's supposed to happen. But Michael Vick somehow got taken out of the league, lost his contract and all this type of stuff, and actually served time. It's no way. Like, that was as big get. How you get the biggest dude in the sport, the biggest attraction almost ever, get taken out of the game and charged with some dog fighting. Crazy, right? What you got?
What I got is a question mark. Posse Crew, whatever 101. Whoever got the charge, whoever got previous charges, got to take the hit. I ain't going to get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if Mike Vick go down, how y'all going to eat? Dummies. Anyway, that was a big sports moment. But I'm going to go with Lance Armstrong. Live strong. Everybody remember the yellow wristband, right? This joker raised all type of money for cancer. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Salute for that. But this joker got caught doping the doper, right? But I'm going to bust this down for y'all. Pause, right? So anybody who know anything about biking, I didn't know this. I researched it today. The Tour de France, right? The Tour de France is 2,000 plus miles each race. That's 2,000 miles. This joker won 7 of them, right? It's between 2,000 and 2,200 miles. That's 14,000 plus miles of races that he won. That has nothing to do with the training that you got to go through to prepare for that kind of race. That ain't got nothing to do with the other races that he raced and lost, the other Tour de France that he lost. So he's probably accumulated 580 million miles on a goddamn bike. That's equivalent from going from Jersey to Jupiter to Venus to Brooklyn and then back to Jersey 3 times. I did the math. In my mind, I did the math, right? So if I dare anybody who wrote a negative article about him, I dare any media that did an ill interview with him, and I'm talking about everybody. Because I seen some interviews about some people that y'all know and love, asking them questions. Let's see your ass get on a bike and ride around the corner and see how far you get. That joker did like a billion miles. A billion miles on a bike. You goddamn right I'm taking some dope or something to help me get through that. I bet you whoever was in the races, all the races that he was in, I bet you all of them was doping. And he the only one that got caught. He got the same crew that Mike Vick got. Like, they allow him to get caught. How you allow the breadwinner to get caught? You know what I mean? And if I was him, I'm like, nah, you got that. I was doping. You kiss my ass, though. You can't walk up and down a flight of stairs twice without damn near passing out and needing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You know, so he should, all of them should be allowed to take whatever it is going to help them get through the day. Now, just think about the numbers. A Tour de France is over 2,000 miles. Some jokers do that shit 10 years in a row. They need something. Bananas and water ain't going to get it done all the time. But that was a big story because, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he came out like, I'm coming out now, Paul's like, listen, yo, you know how many miles that shit is? Mr. Reporter, man, your little fat, dumpy self. Yo, don't even talk to me. Next, you know how many miles that is? Let me see you walking down this jug right now without sweating. That's what I'd have asked everybody that came at my neck for getting caught. Yo, I got caught, so what? You know, I still had to ride the bike. It ain't like somebody else rode the bike for me, but that was an ill story, though. That definitely was an ill story. What you got?
All right, so hold up. Let me get this out the way. Got the book. All right. But hold up. I had a crackhead tell me that he went to Jupiter, too. So, like, how much credit I'm going to do that? Yeah, he went to, you know what I mean? So, like, maybe the dope got him to Jupiter. So, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how much credit I'm going to give him riding to Jupiter when he was doping. You know what I mean? Because I had a crackhead tell me he made it to Jupiter, too. So, maybe it was a dope. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? So,
I guarantee you the crackhead wouldn't have made it to Jupiter without the dope. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's about the same distance, 580 billion miles. It's about the same distance. Crackhead dope, Lance Armstrong dope. It might, it makes sense to me, goddammit. It all makes sense to me.
I give him more credit for selling all of those yellow wristbands. Like, yo, my God, those Livestrong wristbands, like, more credit than winning all of those Livestrongs. Like, I don't know how many miles he did, but, like, yo, I got a marketing degree. I don't know how he sold all of those yellow, everybody had one. Like, yo, if I had $1 for all of those yellow joints, yo, him and Nike was killing the block. Like, yo, word is bond. That's what I'm go. Tiff, Shawnee, what up? I see y'all in the building, but yo, like, that's what I'm giving credit to. Word up. Nat, what up, Nat? How you doing?
Hey, guess what?
What you got?
Guess what?
$1. What you got? Give me 50 cents. 50 cents. 50 cents. What you got? I want 50 cents for all of those yellow joints, and I'm going to be living. That's what I got.
And that's exactly what he did. Listen. That joker, for every mile he did, he sold a goddamn wristband. And how many miles? It was 580 billion in my mind. So, just because he doping, that mean he had to give it back. He ain't getting none of that money back. It worked out for him, to say the least. Now, we getting on top sports, non-sports moments in history. Everybody know where I'm going with this. The GOAT, according to some people. To me, it's still questionable. Michael Jordan retires. Everybody say, you know what, he went through some things. He didn't know what he wanted to do. You know, he had, family issues. His father passed, got arrested, dad. Yo, he was bored. He said, yo, I won 3 in a row. Like, this shit is boring. He so wanted to get away from the game. Then he went to play baseball. You know the people who do stuff like that? My man, shout out to Will. I mean, Family First Life Insurance. This joker is like the regional manager of Petco, making all type of money. He said, yo, you know what, I'm bored. I'm going to go buy an ice cream truck and make $5,000 a day. That's what bored people do who got money. Michael Jordan was bored. There was no competition in the league, right? This joker retires because he's bored. Guess what? He comes out of retirement. Why? Because he was bored. Michael Jordan was bored, right? But the real story, non-sports story was this. The Knicks finally had a shot at winning the championship. The entire league finally had a shot at winning the championship, right? And y'all blew it. God damn it, that's the real top sports, non-sports moment. That was the opportunity I was waiting for. That's the only player. Michael Jordan could play y'all 5-on-1, and he would still beat y'all for some reason. That was the only chance y'all had, and y'all blew it. And once he saw that, he was like, yo, you know what? I hate the Knicks that bad that I'm going to come out of retirement because they came too close. I'm going to come out of retirement so that I make sure that they don't win it. And guess what? Y'all still ain't winning. What you got, yo?
Yo, Michael Jackson is non-sports moment. funny. Hey, yo, so he trying to go with the GOAT, right? So, yo, this is funny, right? So I'm going to have to, you know what time it is. It's Young Library, yo. I'm going to have to go to Cali. Then I'm going to have to bring it up to Canada. And then I'm going to have to bring it back down to Jersey on them. And it's ironic because I'm going to use LeBron James. And LeBron James, personally, doesn't stack up to Jordan in most things, right? I don't think, basketball-wise, if you ask me personally, I think Jordan got him. This is just me. Even style of dress, I think Jordan got him. Chicks that they got, I think Jordan got him. You know what I mean? Sneakers, I don't think nobody arguing. I think we already know what's up there.
I kind of like Star.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Walk around like that if you want to.
I like
but
Star.
For the biggest sports moment, LeBron might actually got this. People was flying LeBron around like, yo, where he gonna go? Yo, he had a televised moment, the decision, where he gonna go. Everybody like, oh, we don't know. Yo, he donated the money to charity, had it set up. Everybody was like, we want to see where he gonna go. Know what I mean? He bringing his talents to South Beach. Oh, it was big time. Like, everybody knew about the shirt he had. And then he had made a spectacle. Not 4, not 5, not 6. He had the little pep. Yo, who has a pep rally in the NBA? So first he did the decision, where everybody had to wait. He did it like it was high school, like it was signing day. Like, yo, y'all gonna see where I'm gonna sign. Yo, multi-millionaires was doing a free agency joint. He had jokers wait till the last minute to see what NBA team he was gonna sign with and made it a TV show. Like the ESPN, everybody, he had an audience to see what he was going to sign with. And then once he signed there, everybody knew who he signed with. He came out like it was a jersey reveal. Like, yeah, here we go. We're going to win 4, not 5, not 6 championships, and had a pep rally in the professional. Like, yeah, so if we're going to go top moments, I'm going to have to go there. Yeah, what you got?
Well, y'all saw the books coming early, right? Y'all saw the books coming early, you know? I get that. He got that for sure. But I'm gonna tell you what the league said. Not so fast with the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 championships. Nah, he got that for sure. Not so fast, bro. Not so fast.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, so granted, that's why I said, hey, he ain't come through. If he would have came through with the 4, not 5, not 6, hey, he would have got that. But, nah, I mean, you know what it is. So my next moment.
Nah, you got that.
Right, next moment. Going with Don Imus. I don't know what dude was thinking when he tried to disrespect our queens at Rutgers University. The women's basketball team tried to call them some nappy-headed hoes and thought we was just going to let that slide. I don't know what he was thinking. But, I mean, just because we had some gritty, dark skin, Know what I mean? Was they hair nappy? Probably, but you know what? Who trying to be cute when you trying to win national championships? Whatever. We trying to do our thing. But he tried to throw shade on these chicks and thought it was what's up and thought we were just gonna laugh that off. Like, you know how like the music screech, like, like, what's going on here? Like, what you call them? Like, nah. That ain't all good. That ain't weird. That ain't real. But Don Imus trying to play out the Rutgers women's basketball team like they wasn't elite queens, beautiful queens. We're going to throw that out the way. They was beautiful queens, talented too, and elite. So, like, that's what it's up. And that was one of those, like, changing moments, I feel like, in, like, women's sports because, like, what they all supposed to look like glams? Like, no, they trying to do their thing, and they shouldn't have to deal with that type of scrutiny from somebody when they performing at such a high level doing their thing. And what you got?
Listen, I got nothing but love and respect. Shout out to Vivian Stringer. I believe that was the name of the coach for Rutgers.
Definitely.
Shout out to
the great Vivian Stringer.
Shout out to Mattie Adjavon. You know what I mean? She graduated from the high school that I worked at, Shabazz High School. Shout out to Essence Carson, out of Patterson. Shout out to that whole team. And, you know, middle finger you to, you know, Don Imus. But Don Imus, he kind of got let off the hook because years later, another Don, not a Don in the Don sense of the word, but a Don, that just was his name. Donald Sterling. Donald Sterling got in trouble for being himself. His boo, side piece, recorded him talking ish about her and black people and don't bring them to the game and I don't want you supporting them on my team. So I'm just like, dang, he got in trouble for just talking like the rest of the owners in the league. Like, what's the difference between him? He got caught, right? He got ran out of town. Shout out to Bob Marley. This joker had a song, We Gonna Chase Them Crazy Bald Heads Out of Town, right? So here go what was the illest moment. I mean, the whole thing was an ill moment. I think he was mad at his side piece because she might have been doing something with Magic Johnson. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But, right? So he told her don't support black athletes, black people, right? He was the owner of the Clippers. I'm going to tell you who was on his team. Now, actually, I ain't going to tell you who was on his team. It was only 2 white boys on his team at the time, which means everybody else was black. The head coach was black. The ball boy was black. The popcorn kid was black. The mascot was black. The parking attendants was black. So you clearly showed why you really should have been ran out the league because you're just a terrible owner. So I'm going to give you some numbers on this joker. This joker, while he was the owner, the team lost 50-plus games, 22 seasons. For 22 seasons, his team lost 50-plus games. So it was like 17 and 59 or something crazy like that. 22 times. 60-plus games they lost 9 times. They lost 70 games like once or twice, and they would have lost another 60-game season if it wasn't for the lockout. But he got kicked out the league for being himself. Like, yo, he should have been kicked out the league for being a horrible owner. That's what you get, though, when you boo-loving and pillow talking with your side piece. You're not supposed to pillow talk with your side. Wait. I mean, not that I ever pillow talk with a side piece. Yo, like, what I got?
Indicted.
But Donald Sterling, 2014, gets ran out the league, and everybody and their mom. I think me and Kyle tried to put some money up to get the Clippers, you know, at that point. But Donald Sterling gets ran out the league. He loses the Clippers. What you got?
I almost had the Clippers, know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know, know what I mean? I almost had the Clippers. I was trying to get the Clippers, know what I mean? I was a little bit late. The stimmy ain't hit just in time. But let my stimmy had hit like a week or two early. Y'all don't know. Young Library would have had the Clippers. I don't even think y'all really realized that, know what I mean? But what you got? Know what I mean?
All right, so now we're going to change the tone just a little bit, a lot of bit. Another top non-sports moment is when Arthur Ashe, you know, succumbed to AIDS. Now, this brother was a tennis legend. he paved the way for people like Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, Venus Williams. Like he took on the sport in that is not familiar to us, and he made himself great. He won 3 major championships. He won the Wimbledon, the U.S. Open, and the French. To win one of those is, back then especially, had to deal with the racism and all that. You know, he dominated. You know, he won like 87 individual championships, you know, and he was diagnosed of AIDS like in 1992. Do you think it was a blood transfusion? Was married until the day that he died, so it wasn't any of that other stuff that most people associate with AIDS with. But when he died, that was a shot heard around the world. He was a humanitarian. He was a great sports figure, and he was dearly missed. And he is dearly missed. And, you know, they named Arthur Ashe Stadium at the U.S. Open, which is like the grandstand of them all. Like, that's where they play all the big finals, right? And it's fitting that, you know, hip hop and pop culture has now embraced tennis, and I think that he might have a big part to do with that. What you got?
Yeah, that was major. That was major. Dirt, what up, baby? I see you in the building. Anybody that knew me for a long time, like Dirt, I just shouted out, whatever, they know I'm a Laker fan. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of these new Laker fans. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not a Kobe fan. I'm a Laker fan, right? And it started back in the day. So, you know, like, it started with Magic Johnson. I mean, that was my man. Anybody that know me know I feel like Magic is the GOAT. Like, basketball, GOAT. Yo, one of the hardest days for me, biggest moments for me, but hardest moments was the day that Magic had his press conference. I believe it was like November 7th, 1991 or something like that. Like when he had the press conference to announce that he had HIV. Yo, that was one of the biggest days ever. I was a little kid, but I cried, Joe. Like, that jump was big. You know, back then, we felt like it was over. It was like a death sentence for Magic. Yo, I'm so glad that things turned out the way they turned out for him. But to me, it ended like it was supposed to be like a career that definitely had way more time onto it. Like, it was going great. Things was going good. But that day there, oh man, I remember my dad calling me. I was at one of my best friend's house to check up on me to make sure that I was all right, because it was just that big of a blow, and it woke us up to like, yo, this is real, and it can happen to anybody. It can happen to the one of the best players in the NBA. Things is going good. Personality, smiling, everything is all right. You felt like he's untouchable. Nah, it's really on the scene. And I felt like, dag, if it could happen to this Hall of Fame player, like, dag, it's really out here. And I felt like it brought a lot of awareness to the country that, like, all right, so we got to move and be safe and do things right. But as a kid, that was one of those moments I knew where I was at. I knew what I was thinking. I knew what was going on. And it just definitely brought awareness to me on HIV that I had never had before then. What you got?
You get that for sure. I second that. I think Magic probably is better than Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So can't argue that. There's really no losers in that. But you know, I give respect when it's due. You know what I mean? For sure, I give respect where it's due. That was a heart-wrenching moment, I think, for all of us, even for non-basketball fans. You know what I mean? So you definitely got that.
Next joint, know what I mean? Yo, we all know Ray Lewis, know what I mean? Come through with the dance and the all that type of joint, know what I mean? He got the energy, all that type of stuff. But a big time moment, Super Bowl, where he had to, face murder charges. They want to know what happened. He went out, younger Ray Lewis, when he went out with his boys to the club and had a guy end up being dead. And I'm not even going to go into what I think happened. I'm just going to go off of the facts of the matter. Super Bowl weekend, somebody ended up dead, and Ray Lewis was implicated in attempted murder charges. You know what I mean? The people that he was with. Then it was like, all right, so this could have potentially ended his career. So like, it was one of those like, wow, like this is big right here. This is major, like life-changing situations. And I felt like this is one of those things where it awoken him and changed him into the person that he is now. And like, God bless that for him. But yo, this was big, yo. All right, true, Dirk. I got you. What you got?
For sure, that was a big moment. You know what I mean? I think his team was a lot better than some other people's teams because he ain't go down. You know what I mean? But what I'm about to say right now is real special because there's nobody on the planet, man, woman, whatever, child, like, it's that everybody on the planet, whether you're a sports fan or not, remembers this right here. Know what that is? That's that funk flex bomb. I ain't even gotta say much when I go through this right here. Top sports moments, top sports, non-sports moments in history.
You be cheating with the daggone sound effects, man.
O.J. Simpson, drop the mic. Drop the mic. O.J. Simpson. Do I need to say anything else other than the Bronco chase? This joker, the juice was loose for real. The juice was loose for real. Until, he wasn't loose no more. But if it does not fit, you must acquit. All that nonsense. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson. Like, I don't even have to go into that. You know what I'm saying? I just found it was appropriate that I just dropped the bomb. You know what I mean? I couldn't think of anything else. I just dropped the bomb right there. And it's nothing to laugh at. It wasn't funny. You know what I mean? But it definitely is a top sports, non-sports moment that we all remember what the hell was going on. That entire ordeal, people remember what the hell was going on. What you got, bruh?
Yo, everybody remember watching the Knicks game and getting interrupted by the OJ Bronco. Like, yeah, I gave him the books, yo. He got the books, yo. The Bronco. All you gotta do is say the Bronco. I don't even know if people could sell Broncos, white Broncos, no more because of that. I don't know if the sales went up. The sales might have went up. They went down. I don't know. Whatever it did it drastically, I'm pretty sure, because of that. What you got?
All right, so this was a big moment, and this was a bad moment because it was a great moment, but not necessarily for the people involved, right? So in 1968, in the Olympics, right? Tommy Smith and John Carlos won an Olympic gold and a silver. To just qualify for the Olympics that's a lot of work. That's like Lance Armstrong with the 580 billion miles, right? The training, the weightlifting, the dieting, the sacrifice, right? When everybody else in the club, you probably running miles. Everybody else eating burgers and fries, you eating, carrots and celery sticks. They make it to the Olympics in New Mexico or Mexico City. They make it to the podium, which is every athlete's dream. They decide to make a statement, and their careers get derailed from it. Tommy Smith, Olympic gold medalist, broke the 20-second barrier, right? The first to do it. John Carlos is a bronze medalist. But he eventually goes on to break the record, tie the world record in the 100-yard dash, and beat the 200-meter world record. So these are no slouches. So can you imagine the hard work it took to get to that point? Now imagine how much work it doesn't take just to do that. And that motion right there is all that people are focused on. Nobody's focusing on the gold. Nobody's focusing on the bronze. Nobody's focusing on representing the country. Like, yo, you representing your country, and you do the best in the world. Like, you the best in the world. Your country turned against you. The world turned against you. All because you just want to make a statement. That's one of the top moments, that people can think of. Like, when you hear those two names, you don't think about gold and bronze. You think about raising the fish. And most Olympic athletes, once they win in the Olympics, they get a Wheaties box. They get all type of endorsements. They came home to pretty much nothing. That's a travesty. It's crazy because they just got a Wheaties box. I think it was Tommy Smith got a Wheaties box like this year or last year, like 50 years after the fact. So one of the top non-sports moments, 1968 Olympics, the show of solidarity from the gold and the bronze medalists. What you got?
I think I'm gonna keep it on the same. Wavelength. While like those guys were real big, I think a bigger star that kind of did like the same thing. I'm gonna go with the greatest. Right? I'm gonna go with the greatest. You ask somebody who the greatest boxer is, you might get a few names, but resoundingly, you're gonna get Muhammad Ali. Right? A lot of people gonna get you Muhammad Ali. And to me, it's crazy because you're gonna get Muhammad Ali, even though a big chunk of his years was taken away from him, because simply he decided not to enter into the U.S. Army, into war because of his beliefs. And I feel like I think to me, that's the biggest non-sports moment, when you got the heavyweight champion really like standing up and making like that claim right there, when he just flat out said like, look, why am I gonna go to war and kill a bunch of people who did nothing to me when I got people over here like just harming me and doing things against me over here? So I'm gonna go to war and harm another group of people who did absolutely nothing to me when I got people over here harming me and not treating me right over here. I'd rather not do that. So he took that claim and stood up for what he believed was right, and him standing up for that took him away from the sport that he loved, his way of earning money for his family and everything else. And he believed in it so much that it took him away from his sports for the prime of his career. And he still turned out to be what like the vast majority believe is the greatest. And I believe that's part of why most people believe he was the greatest, because he stood by what he believed in. It was something bigger than just being an athlete or just being in a sport. So that non-sport moment, similar to what Tommy and Carlos did, is the greatest non-sports moment ever. Because like it take a lot to sit there and pretty much face the government. Like you an athlete and just tell the government like, no, you telling me to do this and I'm flat out telling you no. Like he fought a lot of people in the ring, but his fight outside of the ring was probably his biggest fight that he ever had. What you got?
I got nothing but love and respect, and a book, and another book, and another book, the deck of cards. It's hard to go against either one of those, but Ali definitely is the greatest sports figure, one of the greatest sports figures of all time, one of the greatest humanitarians of all time. And he kind of like him and Kaepernick and all, they risked it all. They risked it all, and in the end, they actually lost it all, sports-wise. So he definitely got that book. This episode of the What You Got show was special to us. You know, you got March Madness. You know, my partner right here is back into coaching, wrestling. For anybody who knows me, y'all know wrestling is near and dear to my heart. Like we true athletes, you know, but it's deeper than just athletics with us. So we just found that it was fitting to kind of do a show, you know, paying homage and just, you know, highlighting some of the illest sports, top sports, non-sports moments. Some of it was funny, some of it was real, some of it was serious, you know, but we just like to have fun and be and be informative with what it is that we got going on. So we enjoyed the show. We missed y'all last week. We're trying to work some things out schedule-wise, so please bear with us. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, as always, what we got is love for y'all, man. Love y'all. What you got?
Until next week, what you got? Peace.